Alright, guys, so we're going to do some catching up on some movie reviews. There was a few that I didn't do right at the start because my voice was dying. It was shot with the Road to El Dorado. And then after a while, I was like, is it better to keep the movie review and the reaction separate? But I decided afterwards that it's better together. So there are a few movies that I need to catch up on. We are starting with The Road to El Dorado. And I love how the movie immediately sets these two characters of Tulio and Miguel apart. Their personalities are practically like polar opposites, and they just make such an odd couple. Just from the very first, one of the very first lines, Tulio was like, "A map, a map," and they're just. I have to say, I think I enjoy Miguel a little bit more, just the slightest bit more, just because of his facial expressions, his puppy dog eyes, his that's classic. And then, yeah, really enjoyed their dynamic, and Chell coming in was really good too. And it seems like she and Tulio got along well. A little. So there is a moment. So because I was editing so much, there is a moment when the screen is like above Tulio and Chell, and they're supposedly making out, but she gets up and then he gets up, and her head is much closer to his, like, the lower half of his body, let's say, than the top half of his body. So one can only imagine what they were doing. So I found out that Cortez, his voice actor does the voice of Pete in the Kingdom Hearts series, but I feel like that's definitely not where I know him from. His IMDb credits also say that he did Korra, but I can't place his voice in Korra. It says he was a narrator, but the narrator for most of the episodes are just like this high-pitched la 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 la. So I'm not completely sure. I was a little afraid the content of the movie might get a little dicey with Spanish colonizers coming to North America and enslaving indigenous people. Like, it wouldn't be, based on that history, it wouldn't be such a great thing to have your white protagonists be revered and treated as gods and then not really pay a price for what they did. And they made the citizens of El Dorado throw away so much gold. Though, to be fair, I guess they would have thrown it to Shabalba anyway. But I'm, as weird as it sounds, I'm glad at the very least that Tulio and Miguel all lost all their gold. Like, the only one who got away with any gold was the horse. And it was really funny. He was just like, I mean, I like Tulio and Miguel as characters. It would just not feel like... It would feel wrong for them to get away with tricking innocent people. Like, I wouldn't be able to root for them as hard. Like, I know there is no sequel, but I would have loved to see them take on other adventures that maybe don't exploit other people. Maybe like some... Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, love the songs. The first song to open... El Dorado song, that was great. And then the one where they were cutting through, trying to get to El Dorado. And then It's Tough to Be a God. That was great. That was amazing, actually. That was probably my favorite song, just because there were some lines in it that were just really, really great. And let me know what you guys think about the songs yourself. Like, which ones were your favorite, etc., etc. There were some, like, really fun moments in this movie, just from the what's it called, the sport that they were playing, and switching out the ball for I think it's an armadillo. Yeah, that was really funny. And at one point the armadillo like went through the hoop like 5 times. That was really great. And then we have the high priest. I feel like all the side characters are very interesting. I feel like the chief definitely knew in the end that Miguel and Tulio are human, because he did like to err is to human. I don't know if he was saying, I wasn't sure if he was saying like, oh, you have human qualities too, or yeah, I know you're human, but like, I guess revealing the secret to everybody would actually be worse for everybody. I don't know. So I see the movie came out in 2000, and the budget was 95 million, but the box office was only 76.4 million, which is such a shame, because yeah, I would have really liked to see more of this. I see now that it's narrated by Elton John, score by Hans Zimmer, of course. Songs also by Elton John and Tim Rice. So it makes sense. I mean, I feel like this movie could have done so much better. I'm not exactly sure why it didn't do better. It was like, people revere it as a classic. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's 48%, which is kind of bad. Predictable story and thin characters made the movie flat. I mean, predictable, yeah, I guess a little bit, but there's still enough charm in the characters, and I'm sure there are films that are much more predictable that have higher scores. Interesting. So it was only actually not that, it was not that critically acclaimed. I thought it would be better, but yeah. And there was a video game apparently. That'd be interesting. I don't know if I'll play that, but yeah, the reviews for the video game seem pretty bad, like horrendously bad. 4.2 out of 10. That's pretty bad. Yeah, and then there's Tzekel-Kan. I don't know how to pronounce it. Tzekel-Kan. He gets taken away by Cortez, and wow. I mean, it's good that they were able to lead Cortez away, and because he would have pillaged the entire city. And actually, it's really interesting because not only is this the city of gold, there are also things like life forms there, like animals that we don't see in real life. Like there was like this giant turtle thing, and yeah, I'm very curious about how that worked. Yeah, actually, let me go back to the songs for a second. The final one where, not the final one, the one where they're making their way to the El Dorado. That one I really love for just what they were doing during it. Like it was just a lot of fun to see them travel through, with Miguel like riding his horse and then coming in a circle, and Tulio was just like, wait, how'd you, what, huh? And then he jumped. He was just like, all right, let's just walk through this swamp, and he got sucked by a whole bunch of leeches. That was really funny. But yeah, this movie was really good. I really enjoyed it. I would probably give it an 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 seems about right. And I will probably, I think I want to, part of me just wants to sing along to the songs all day because they're really, really fun. I've been debating whether or not I should just do some sing-alongs on this channel. I used to really like have a lot of confidence in my voice before I hit puberty. Like I was able to sing all the notes. I was the solo singer at a lot of like school events, and after I hit puberty, it was just like, but I still enjoy singing, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the movie, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time with, I think the next movie I have yet to review is Suicide Squad. I might do Suicide Squad and Justice League later, together. Justice League hasn't come out yet, so I might go next to Kiki's Delivery Service and then Inception. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye friends.